Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, I'm Nishamalani Inanna from MN24I. In this short presentation, I would like to share my research project about Islamic ethics and business. The study was conducted as a part of the Religion and Ethics course, aiming to explore how Islamic teachings guide us to act ethically, morally, responsibly, and all forms of business activities. In Islam, business is not merely about earning profit or achieving material success. Every economic activity can become an act of worship when it is conducted with honesty, justice, and moral responsibility. Islamic business ethics are built upon the foundation of akhlaq, that is, noble character and moral behavior that reflect a Muslim's faith and obedience to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. In this study, I explored the concept of akhlaq according to the Quran, the Hadith, the classical scholars such as Imam Al-Ghazali. I also examined the differences between morality, ethics, and akhlaq, and how these values are applied in daily life, especially in modern business context. Linguistically, the word akhlaq comes from the Arabic term khuluq, which means character or a disposition. In Islam, akhlaq is the habitual state of the soul that encourages good deeds naturally and sincerely. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala emphasized the importance of good characters in Surah Al-Qalam, verse 4. And indeed, you are of a great moral character. This verse described the Prophet Muhammad Wasallam as the best example of noble character. He also said, "The best among you are those who are best to their families." Hadith narrated by Tirmidhi. Imam Al-Ghazali further explained that akhlaq is not just about external behavior, but the reflection of a pure heart and sincere intention. The moral excellence, therefore, must come from within. Islam distinguishes between morality, ethics, and akhlaq. Morality as muru'ah refers to social standards of behavior that can vary across cultures and time. Ethics, or adab, involves rational and systematic reasoning about right and wrong. But akhlaq is unique. It is based on divine revelation and absolute truth from Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. For instance, in modern business, certain practices might be legally acceptable, like manipulating prices or exploiting workers, but from an Islamic perspective, such an actions violate akhlaq. Hence, akhlaq serves as the highest moral compass for Muslims, guiding not only what is lawful but also what is righteous on the side of Allah. The application of akhlaq can be seen in many aspects of life within the family, society, and the professional world. In the family, Muslims are encouraged to show love, honesty, and responsibility toward their family members. The family is the foundation of moral education and the first place where one's character is shaped. In society, Islam teaches ta'awun, or mutual help, respect for neighbors, and avoidance of gossip or slander. A community that practices their principle will live in peace, harmony, and mutual respect. In the professional and business world, a Muslim must uphold honesty and integrity in all transactions. Islam strictly prohibits frauds, hoarding, and usury. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala warns that in Surah Al-Mutaffifin verses 1 to 3. Who to those who give less than do, those who, when they take a measure from people, demand full measure, but when they measure or weigh for others, they give less. These verses highlights the importance of fairness and justice in economic activities. Thus, integrity, responsibility, and transparency are the main pillars of Islamic business ethics. A real-life example of Islamic ethics in practice can be seen in Bank Syariah Indonesia or BSI. This bank operates using halal principles such as murabahah or cost plus sale, mudharabah or profit sharing, and ijarah or leasing, avoiding elements of riba or interest, gharar or uncertainty, and share or gambling. Another example is Wardah, a halal cosmetic brand that practices honesty in its marketing and ensure all products are halal certified. This ethical approach builds consumer trust and strengthens brand reputation. A hypothetical case could be a Muslim entrepreneur who discovers that his advertisement misleads customers. Guided by Islamic ethics, he decides to correct the ad, even if it risks lowering sales. This act reflects akhlak karimah, noble character that prioritizes truth over profit. In conclusion, Islamic ethics in business is not just a moral theory, it is a way of life. Akhlak teaches us to act with honesty, justice, and sincerity in every transaction. In today's competitive and materialistic world, these values are more important than ever to maintain integrity and earn true blessings in business. Let us make akhlak our guiding principle so that every effort we make in business and in life becomes not only successful but also pleasing to Allah Subhanahu wa taala. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.